Is that it?
Okay.
Hi, my name is Tony Vidal, and this is my Intro to Speech class for Human Services degree. Please show my audience. Okay. These are my note cards that I'll be using. Okay. How many people have ever heard of the viola?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I feel like I've heard about it a lot.
Okay. Do you know that there's a difference between the violin and the viola?
Yeah, one's bigger.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
But they make the same
different.
sound. No, different sound.
Different sound.
That's right. They make a different sound. And the reason is because of the way it's made and the strings that are used. A little bit of history about the viola. There was a gentleman named Gasparo di Sala back in the 1500s. He was one of the first successful makers of the viola, as well as other stringed instruments. He also built violins and cellos and basses and so forth. But even though he was able to make them and write the music for them, a lot of people were having trouble using them because they found them awkward and difficult to use because they are larger. So they pretty much were put on the shelf, so to speak. So about the 1800s, they were finding better ways to write for it. They found a new way to write the music called a viola clef, and it basically put the viola music in between the melody, the violin, and the harmony, which is the cello or the bass, and the viola is in between it, so it bridges the gap between the two. So it's really kind of an interesting way of adding to the music. I began playing when I was 12, quite by accident. When I joined my band class, I wanted to play clarinet. When I got there, they didn't have any more left, so they said, "Why don't you play the cello?" I said, "Okay." So I started playing, but my grandmother said, "Sorry, you can't bring it home on the bus. How about the viola?" I said, "Okay, sure, why not?" So I started playing. I have a personal connection. My great-grandfather used to build them. Made one for each of his 5 children, which they are still in existence today, and I hope to inherit one someday. The word viola is a derivative from the Italian word violino. Some say that a viola was actually made before a violin, hence they both come from that same word. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the parts of the viola. I've got a chart here, a diagram, in my beginner viola book. It was written by Janice Tucker Rhoda. I'll show you here. You can also go to TucsonSymphony.org and look it up. It gives you the parts of the viola here and the parts of the bow here. Just kind of really quick. I actually have one to show you. I'm going to start up here. You've got the pegs, which is what the strings are connected to. Go down the fingerboard, all the way down across the bridge, down to the tailpiece. If you want to all see, connected to some fine tuners. Between the pegs and the fine tuners, you get the perfect quality of sound for the string. You've got the body of the viola, and the way it's composed determines the quality of sound. These holes here are called F holes because they kind of look like the letter F in cursive. Now, you wonder if it's decorative or if it has a purpose. It actually has a purpose. Without those holes, the sound that is made when you are bowing across the strings cannot fully come out of the instrument without them being there. So it's kind of, a good thing to have. Then I'm going to talk about the bow really quick. Here's the bow when not in use. You will see from the tip all the way down to the frog, the hair lies loose against the stick of it. When you're going to play it, you're going to take the end screw and tighten it up, like so that it looks like this. Everybody see?
Yes. Yes.
when you're going to play, before you do so, you're going to take your cake of rosin. You're going to make sure that it's been keyed, usually literally with a pair of keys. And you scratch it up, put it on the bowl like so. Do a really good coat. I've already done so. Then you're going to take either a tuning pipe, electronic tuner, or you can do what I did, have it electronically tuned, professionally tuned. Hold it up like this. Make sure your chin is in the chin rest. Make sure that this is not like this. Take your bow, hold it like this, and just across the bow. Just a little sample, nothing major. When you're done, always loosen the string of the hair and put it away. So I discussed a little bit of a personal connection, some history, the parts of the instrument, a little bit of what it looks like, how it's played, not really how to play, and how to tune it. Anybody have any questions? I thank you all for coming. Please show the audience. Thank you very much for coming.